So first grade friends, for today's Bible lesson, I'm going to read us a story in our religion book. And it's going to be about Jesus and the Garden of Gethsemane. Now, the Garden of Gethsemane was a place where Jesus went after he did the Last Supper, which we talked about yesterday. So hear the story. It says, Jesus and his friends were done eating a special meal called Passover, which we talked about yesterday. They sang a song. They walked with Jesus. He took them to a garden called Gethsemane. He asked that his disciples stay while he went to pray. He walked with Peter, James, and John further into the garden. Jesus was feeling very upset and sad. He told his friends he felt trouble. He asked them to be near as he prayed. You can see in the picture, right there, you can see a picture of Jesus praying in the garden. Jesus fell to the ground and prayed to God, his Father. He asked God to take away the plan to have him suffer for the whole world, because Jesus knew what was going to happen to him the next day. He would be taking the punishment for all people's sins upon himself. Jesus then prayed to God and said, "I will do what you decide." Walking back to his disciples, Jesus found them sleeping. He said to them, "Can't you stay with me for 1 hour?" He was worried for them. Jesus knew that they would be facing many hardships and temptations. He said, "Watch and pray that you may not enter into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak." He went a second and third time to pray. He prayed so hard that his sweat became like great drops of blood. Every time he came back, he found his disciples sleeping. Jesus woke his friends. He told them that now that was the time he would be handed over to his enemies, and they would come and get him from the Garden of Gethsemane and take him to start all of his trials. So it's very sad. Now this book in there says, learn from Jesus Christ to pray. And then it asks you some questions, and some of these that we know for sure, and some we don't. So have you ever prayed before eating? Yes, most of us, we always pray before eating at school, especially, and probably you do at home too. Have you ever prayed when you were feeling sick? Yes, for sure. Have you ever prayed while you were doing chores? You can pray anywhere. Have you ever prayed when you were feeling mad? Sometimes that's what I do when I'm feeling upset. I like to pray. Have you ever prayed with a friend? We pray together all the time. Have you ever prayed when you were tempted and feeling weak? That's a good time to pray. Have you ever prayed in the bathtub? You can pray anywhere. Have you ever prayed when you were feeling scared? Yes, when I'm feeling scared, that's one of the things I like to do best. Have you ever prayed during recess time? Have you ever prayed before doing something hard? Yes, for sure. Have you ever prayed when you were riding your bike? Have you ever prayed when you were sorry about something you did wrong? Yes, definitely. We pray all those times. So you can pray like Jesus. You can pray anywhere, anytime, and he'll always listen to us. Thank you, boys and girls, and we'll talk more tomorrow.